What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the Nerd Lounge 2.0. My name is Austin. This is my beautiful, amazing, awesome, perfect wife, Ray. We are your friendly neighborhood movie review watch couple, movies and shows. And if you are not already, please subscribe to the YouTube channel that you are watching this video on. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram to see all of our little clippies. And it'll just be awesome for you guys to support the channel. We appreciate you and we love you. On today's episode, we are asking an important question. Is 2025 the best year for horror films? Because there's been a lot of pretty great horror films coming out this year. So, is it the best year for horror? I don't know. We'll talk about it. But first, did we watch anything else interesting this week?
I started watching Limitless, but I didn't finish it yet.
You've never seen Limitless?
No.
No? That movie's great.
Yeah, I've heard.
So stay tuned for my wife to finish Limitless, and maybe she'll do an update video on that, because that movie's awesome. Two movies that I watched that were interesting this week. I watched a movie called Presence, directed by Steven Soderbergh, which was starring Lucy Liu, and it's like a haunted house type movie. Mm-hmm. But the camera work is really interesting because it's shot as if the camera itself is like a character in the movie. Okay. Like the character is like the ghost presence. Okay. So it's actually pretty interesting. There's a lot of really long takes, like long panning shots and stuff. So it's actually really cool from a technical standpoint. Not that I know anything about filmmaking, but the Rotten Tomatoes score is critics score 88% and audience score 52%. So the audience score probably didn't like it because it's a really slow burn. It doesn't really go anywhere until the last like 30 minutes.
What was your score personally?
I'll probably give it like, I'll give it like a 6. I'll give it like right in the middle. I'll give it like a 6 out of 10. It was interesting. The camera work was interesting. It was all pretty much shot just in the house. Mm-hmm. I think that was the only real set piece. The acting is decent. Lucy Liu is good. And then you find out one of the characters in the end has some hidden motives and things like that. But another movie I watched was called Clown, which I think Ray needs to watch because she loves clowns.
I hate clowns. I don't like clowns. Clowns they terrify me. Don't know why. Probably traumatized as a child, but I don't fuck with clowns.
This movie was actually pretty good. I don't know if it was it says it was brought to you from Eli Roth. I don't know if it was directed by him or just produced by him, but it's about a dad his kid's having a birthday party and the clown canceled, so they needed a clown, and he bought this little clown costume from like a thrift store, but apparently it's cursed, and when you wear it and you put on the wig and the nose and the face makeup, you start to become a clown and you get an incredible hunger to feast on children.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's actually,
you look really excited about it.
It was not, yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's like, it starts kind of like the cast is like pretty unknown. Mm-hmm. There's an actor named Peter Stormare who's in it. I don't know if you'll know him. Do you remember the second Jurassic Park movie?
Yeah.
He's like one of the henchmen guys that gets eaten by all the little dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He's like, I gotta take a leak, and then he gets eaten by the little ones. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's him. His name's Peter Stormare. He's like the guy who owns like the thrift store or whatever that bought the costume, and the only way to break the curse is you have to feed the D word as many children for as many months of the winter. Okay. So if there's like 5 winter months, you have to feed them 5 children. Yeah, and he'd be eating kids in this movie, man. He was like in a hotel room, and there was like a kid that was like, "Hey, I'm selling cookies" or something like that, and he was trying to unalive himself and see if that would break the curse. Mm-hmm. And he shot himself in the mouth, and then out of his back of his head was like confetti, like splatter effect, but it was like rainbow. Okay. It was actually kind of funny. So yeah, I mean, I'll probably recommend it. The critics score for this one was 46%, and the audience score was 38%. So low scores, but entertaining film. It was an interesting premise. Okay. Yeah. We love doing our back and forth little debate segments, so we're going to do Austin's hot takes. These are a few things that I wrote down that I want to debate with Ray here. And you guys can also debate with us in the comments. Let us know how wrong I am or what your guys' hot takes are, and we'll talk about them on the next episode. Okay? So the hot take is The show Heroes has the best first season of any show ever, live action or animated.
I'm gonna say no. I honestly have never seen Heroes, but I know personally for me, I've seen way better first seasons of shows than probably this one.
It's really good.
This image reminds me of the friggin' 100, and that's all I'm getting from is this damn show called The 100 that Austin really likes. And I watched the first season, almost the whole first season of that, but it was so boring and so bad that I fell asleep.
You just gotta make it to season 4.
Who wants to make it to season 4 for it to be interesting though?
That movie's good, or that show's good.
But who wants to make it to season?
I liked it from the first season.
Even your mom said the show was terrible. She's like, yeah, Austin came over at, in between school or something like that, and he would put it on and we would just watch it together. But she said it was not good.
I'm telling you, season 5 and season 6 are really good. No, season 4 and season 5 are really good. So, yeah. But
wait, pause break. Sorry. Dante was calling. Sophia is coming home today. Sorry. He's probably saying if he can keep Man for if Man wanted to come home or stay with him. That's probably why. Okay, so
all right, no problem.
I'm not gonna agree with that. For like I said, I have never seen a show, but I've seen it. I'm sure better shows than what they're saying that is the best.
All right, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it. I have it on DVD. I have the box set, first season.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude. I do. That show, the first season is really good. It's 20-something episodes. It's really good.
You think a lot of shows are really good. I can't trust this guy when he says something is really good because it, in fact, is not really good.
Well, you know what? Then just watch for yourself. Make your own opinion.
And if I fall asleep in the first 4 episodes, it's not really good.
Oh well, it's like a 25 season show. It was back in the days when seasons had 25 episodes. So it might have the first few episodes that not much has happened. I haven't watched it in a long time, but all I know is it's really good. It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
All right. First season of Friends. Fantastic. I love Friends. I can watch that over and over and over again. First season of Ghost Whisperer. Love Ghost Whisperer. Can watch that over and over and over again.
Okay. All right. All right, next one. Toy Story 2, Incredibles 2, Monsters University, Cars 2, Finding Dory, and Inside Out 2 are all much better films than their predecessors.
Ooh.
That's a take. That's a take right there.
Wait, hold on. Cars 2 was
like the spy James Bond one.
Okay, so
with Mater as the
in my defense, I've never fully sat through Cars 2.
Okay.
In my defense, if I take Cars 2 out of it, I'm gonna say I'm sorry. Finding Nemo, great. Finding Nemo's a great movie, but Finding Dory, I liked so much better than Finding Nemo.
I liked Finding Dory a lot.
And first Incredibles, thought it was a good movie. Second Incredibles, though, when Jack gets his powers, awesome. Love seeing them as a family doing their thing. Inside Out 2 also have not seen, so I will not talk about that. But, Monsters University, I think it's a great movie. You get to see a lot more monsters, You do get to see a lot more monsters. You get to see a lot more monsters, and how everything came into play. I like that. Toy Story 2, that is the one with Bo Peep, or no.
That's the one with the Prospector and Jesse and...
Sorry, I get them confused. I like the Prospector.
Yeah.
I like that,
I thought he was a good villain.
I thought he was a good villain, too. Especially at the end when he fucking puts Woody in the box and, he's like, you're not going nowhere. And then he screws himself back in his box and whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, we're all going together. Dude, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
better than the first one.
Yeah.
Even though Sid, he's awesome.
Yeah, Sid's a good character, but...
But yeah, I definitely agree with this. I think they're all good. Better than the first ones.
Wow. Did not see that coming. All right, next one. Another Pixar hot take. I'm on Pixar hot takes right now. I don't know why. The past 8 Pixar films, Onward, Soul, Luca, Turning Red, Lightyear, Elemental, Inside Out 2, and Elio, have all been straight trash.
Absolutely false. Absolutely. First of all, I love Onward. I love that movie.
Such a boring story.
That movie is so cute.
It's just so cookie cutter. It's like, oh my god, it's everything has to do with a dead parent.
Yeah, but then it's like the older son thinks that he has the one with the power, but it's actually the younger son that has the power, and he's able to cast spells. And they're trying to bring their dad back so that the young son can meet the dad because he never got to meet his father. And all along, he finds out that his brother raised him, so that is like his father. It's like the father figure to him. So he didn't need to meet his father. He already had that parental in his life. He already had that kind of love. That is a great movie. I love that movie. I don't care what anybody says.
It only gets cool at the end when there's like the stone dragon. That's like it. That's like it. Everything else, yeah, I guess he's like a kid finding his confidence. Like, it's relatable. Yeah. Sure.
And he gets friends.
But why does everything have to be like modernized? Like, The Good Dinosaur was one where they're like, oh, like the comet missed, and now they're just like farmers. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, the Magic Society is easier to be like a society like ours, and it just makes it like, oh, now it's just like regular America society or just natural society with fantastical creatures, as opposed to making it like a fantastical society. And then there's like a guy, the bad guy's like trying to turn them into like the modernized society or something like that. I don't know.
I liked Onward. I liked the backstory. I liked the little music in it. I liked that they went on this whole conquest adventure thing with the map.
And then it literally brought them back to like the point where they started.
Yeah, because that's where it was at.
I know.
So it's like sometimes you go around looking for one thing in life, and you take like the different route, and all along it's been right in front of your face. You went on a journey to complete that quest, and you found different parts of yourself within that adventure.
Okay.
You know, there's depth to that movie, dude. I'm sorry you lack depth. That's your fault. Soul? I thought Soul was a cute movie. I don't think it was bad. I think a lot of these movies are also helping children deal with like death. You know, the concept of dying.
Yeah, Soul was really good for that too, but I think they should have had some cojones and had the person stay dead. Oh, sure, you're like, yeah, here's like your second chance. It's like, honestly, I think it would have been a much better film if because he was like accepting it. Mm-hmm. He was like accepting his like the going into the great beyond. He was like accepting his end, and I was like, oh man, this is really great. And then I was like, oh, here you go. Oh, yeah, but it's a Pixar movie.
That's not true. That happens in life all the freaking time. People, something happened, they go to the hospital, they're like, you know, I'm sorry, like people who are in comas and stuff, and they're like, you know, they're like, sorry to get like all deep with this, but some people are like, you know, I died for 40 minutes, you know, and then I came back, and I seen this, and I seen that. That was like their second chance. It happens to some people in real life, so you can't knock them for that. This movie had great concepts when like the I forget her little name, the little blob's name, the little soul name.
Oh, she's like soul number 18.
Yeah,
or something like
but
that.
like the whole thing when like she goes to like the dark place, and he has to like pull her out. Like, and then she finally fulfills her purpose, and then she gets to go to Earth. Like, come on, man, that's good. Luca, I thought Luca was okay. I thought it was all right. It's all right mermaid movie. You know,
it's just
such a exciting.
Luca. It's just like, I want a story where instead of like the kid is like rebelling against like the family's like wishes, I want like the kid to. I want like a Pixar story where the child or whoever, like the protagonist, is like, oh, I want to like go with like the family dynamic, and then the family is like, no, don't do that, as opposed to like the family saying like, hey, do this, and then he's saying, no, I don't want to do that, or they, or whoever the protagonist is. Yeah, Luca's boring. Turning Red, garbage.
Turning Red was not garbage.
Turning Red's awful.
Turning Red was not awful.
Terrible film. It literally only got good in the last like 4 seconds when they're doing like the giant panda fight.
I like Turning Red, but I think I like Turning Red because I have a daughter, so I kind of understand.
It is like a coming of age story. Sure, all these movies. Yeah, Luca is like that.
I never met nobody.
Onward is like that.
You. And you can turn to me the way you do.
I feel like I honestly blame Turning Red for the K-pop D hunters.
Oh my god, he's just a hater. I thought Turning Red was cute. Lightyear, sorry, that was not good. That was not a good
one. Lightyear was really bad.
That was not good. Elemental, I liked Elemental. I cried. But Austin had like thousands of questions like, how can water and fire and touch, and why are they hugging, and all this other kind of stuff. But it's like, I thought that was a cute movie.
That was probably the most interesting one on this list. Because
like every time the water cried, I cried basically. Even though he cried like a lot. I'm a Cancer, so I'm a water sign. I'm sensitive anyways. But
It was interesting how like the fire people are kind of like the outcasts because they can't really like belong in the city because of like they're like uncontrollable and chaotic. So it's cool. I get it. It's an allegory film. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
And like I said, I can't speak on Inside Out 2. I think you watched Elio. Did you watch Elio?
Yeah, I watched Elio.
I did not watch Elio. Yeah. So
Elio, same thing, but in space with aliens. Like, oh hey, like this is what I want to do, but the family's like, oh, this is what you need to do. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go do this. But then you find out that there's like an alien, like child, and the alien son, or the alien child and like the alien dad, and they are having like a similar kind of like thing as well. So it is interesting. And then like the resolution is actually like decent, but doesn't carry it. So
do I think personally the last 8 Pixar movies have been trash? No. I think a few of them have been trash, yes. But all 8 of them, no. I don't.
Trash. Terrible.
You're trash.
Terrible.
You're trash.
Eternals is the best film in MCU Phase 4.
You can fuck off. I hate Eternals so much.
It's literally just, I don't know. It was ahead of its time. It was good. It was good.
I don't like Eternals.
Phase 4 is Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi, Multiverse of Madness, Thor: Love and Thunder, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Of that list, easily the best movie.
Out of that list, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Out of that list, for me, Eternals is the worst, and so is Thor: Love and Thunder. All the other ones, we watched Black Widow for the first time because Thunderbolts was coming out. I actually quite enjoyed Black Widow.
I like Black Widow.
We boycotted it for a while because the whole thing that went on with Scarlett Johansson and Disney. But watching it, I enjoyed it because it shows her and her sister's relationship.
Yeah, sure.
I liked that one. Eternals, for me, I think... I don't know what it was about the movie. For me, there was... It lacked something. I don't know what it lacked, but it just didn't. I feel like I couldn't sink into it as much as I could in the other movies. Okay. Something was missing. And I think in the very beginning, I knew that the bad guy was always going to be the bad guy. Like there's always that one person who's always jealous because of something.
Who, Icarus?
Yeah, whatever his name is. So I'm sorry, I don't like Eternals. Shang-Chi, we like Shang-Chi. Austin puts it on.
I like Shang-Chi.
From here and there. I think the fighting scenes are super sick. I think the dragons, I love dragons. I personally think they look great. I think the dragons look good. I like the backstory, you know? I like the dad being the villain, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like Shang-Chi getting the rings and, you know... I don't even know if we'll ever see what he's going to do with them at this point. Hopefully we do in Doomsday.
Maybe he's in Doomsday, yeah.
But Multiverse of Madness, I liked Multiverse of Madness because you got to see Wanda actually be the Scarlet Witch. And it was directed by, what's his name? Sam Raimi, right?
Sam Raimi, yeah.
And he does fantastic work. So it was a whole different twist on MCU of it being more dark, you know? So I thought it was good. And Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I mean, how a lot of people didn't like that movie. Just from what I've seen other podcasters also say on TikTok, it's just the fact that T'Challa, they named his son T'Challa and this whole whatever. But I think because the way they chose to end his legacy, but try to bring his legacy still back in for Chad, I thought it was great. I thought it was a good movie. We cried.
I
cried a bunch.
I cried during that movie.
Eternals, I sure did. I didn't cry once during Eternals. It pulled no heartstrings. I also think it was because it was Angelina Jolie in it, and I'm just like, this for me is a weird placement for her to be in this movie.
I mean, the cast is great. For me,
the cast is great, but I think for me, Angelina Jolie being in it was just, my mind couldn't like, it just didn't work for me personally, and that's okay. You can like the movie, you love the movie. For me, it didn't work.
Yeah.
And then she like dies.
Yeah. Oh, who, Angelina Jolie?
Yeah, she like dies.
Yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, and then they like at the end they like lift off into the sky. The thing comes to get them, and it's like, hey, come with me. And then it's like, where the fuck you been at this whole time? So sorry, no, dis-a-fucking-gree.
Okay. Whatever. What do you guys think about all these hot takes? In the comments, let us know, and feel free to
shit on me like you always do.
No, well, they're probably gonna be shitting on me. These are my takes. All right, moving on to the meat and potatoes of the episode. We're gonna talk all about horror movies that were released in 2025. We're gonna see if this is one of the best years for horror movies. A lot of really cool stuff. We watched actually a lot of horror movies this year.
Yeah, we're already like halfway through the year. It's freaking September. Tomorrow, literally September 1st. And
yeah, as of the filming of this episode, it's the last day of August. So we actually watched a lot of movies this year, which is really cool. So we're pretty up to date on some of that stuff. Yeah. So, all right, the first thing that I want to do is a little task for my wife. I have 10 movies here. I want my wife to rank them based on opening domestic box office gross.
So by number.
Yeah.
So like 2.7.
No, like rank them like, okay, this one has the most. This one, number one has the most gross, has the most money. The number two has the next one. Okay. So the 10 movies that I'm going to ask my wife to rank are Weapons, Together, Sinners, The Monkey, Final Destination Bloodlines, Wolfman, Until Dawn, The Woman in the Yard, 28 Years Later, and Bring Her Back.
Okay. All right. Let's do it. I'm going to go... This is like a game. I have the computer. I never have the computer.
This is a game.
This is like a game. Yeah. It's like Tetris, Ooh, this is tough. I'm going to put that one last. I'm so wrong. All
right.
I'm so wrong.
Okay, all right. This is interesting. Okay, so by opening box office weekend domestically, and these numbers I got from a website is called thenumbers.com, which kind of has like box office gross, international, domestic numbers, figures like that. So at the number one spot, so the number one is the highest gross and the number 10 is the lowest grossing film. So at number one, Sinners. Number two, 28 Years Later. Number three, Weapons. Number four, Final Destination Bloodlines. Number five, Woman in the Yard. Number six, Together. Number seven, Bring Her Back. Number eight, Until Dawn. Number nine, The Monkey. And number 10, Wolfman.
I'm scared.
All right. So the number one film grossing was Final Destination Bloodlines with $51.6 million. The number two grossing film was Sinners with $48 million. The number three, which my wife got correct in the ranking, was Weapons with $43.5 million. Number four was 28 Years Later with $30 million. Number five was The Monkey with $14 million. Number 10 was Wolfman with $10.9 million. Number seven is The Woman in the Yard with $9.4 million. Number 8, my wife got correct, Until Dawn with $8 million. Bring Her Back was number 9 with $7.1 million. And in last place, at number 10, Together with $6.7 million. So you got a couple correct. And I
got 2 right, but I was close.
You had like the top 4 all correct. Yeah. Like in the top 4.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was close. They were just not...
Yeah. She put the 4 top grossing films in the top 4, just not in the correct order in the 4. So that's also good. Okay. So I like that. Movies that we watched together this year, we watched The Wolfman with critic score on Rotten Tomatoes, critic score 48%, audience score 55%. We watched Sinners with a critic score 97% and an audience score of 96%. We watched the movie Home, which with Pete Davidson, The Home, with a critic score of 28% and an audience score of 59%. The movie Weapons we watched with a critic score of 94%, audience score 85%. The movie Together with a critic score 90% and an audience score 76%. The movie The Monkey with a critic score 77%, audience score 55%. The movie Bring Her Back with a critic score 89%, audience score 79%. 28 Years Later, critic score 88%, audience score 63%. And Final Destination Bloodlines with a critic score of 92% and an audience score of 87%.
That's a lot of percents.
A lot of percentages. What do you have a favorite one from the ones that we watched this year?
Do I have a favorite? I do have a favorite, and it breaks my heart that it was rated so low.
Together?
No, The Home.
I really liked The Home. I really, really liked The Home.
That movie was fucking good. So the fact that these scores are so low pisses me off a little bit.
Yeah, I think that there is a few moments that Pete Davidson didn't have the best like acting, because he's like apparently waking up from like these dreams, and the dreams are like very vivid and targeted, and he's waking up and he's like, what just happened? Like if I was me, I'd be like, what the hell is happening? You know, like I'd probably have more of a reaction. But I thought that he was good for this type of role. Yeah.
I would say the main point at where I ended up really liking this movie a whole lot was at the end, and it's that very specific scene where if you guys have not seen it, I'm saying go check it out because I think it was great. It came out in like July.
It came out
July 25th.
Last weekend, the 25th, yeah.
And he starts walking out and he's covered in blood. And that whole end scene of him like hacking people was very like old school horror movie to me.
Yes.
The way it was shot looked very old school horror to me. He's like covered in blood. He like, there's this one part in it where he's going to like throw an axe at someone and he like looks at them like, where do you think you're going? And then he gets him. I thought that ending scene was great, and the way he was kind of able to piece everything together, like the whole like backstory, even with the parents, like, you know, and the mom like tells him like, you know, we've given all of our other foster kids away except for you because we wanted to give you a chance at life, but you just couldn't get it right. So now you forced our hands to like, and then she was like,
they were gonna actually spare him from the home.
She was like, you're my favorite, and I just, you know, we wanted to give you a chance, and you never took that chance to do right. So here you go. You know, I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Out of all of these, I enjoyed it the most, I think.
Yeah, we found it on, I believe it's on like Apple TV or something like that. And because we saw trailers for it, we were saying that looks really, really interesting. It looks cool. It's a very cool premise. I got like Shutter Island vibes from it. I got, at the very beginning, I got like a little bit of Get Out vibes type thing, you know, maybe some kind of body swap thing. But then in the very end, so again, spoiler alert for The Home. First of all, highly recommend. Definitely highly recommend. I thought it was really, really great. Definitely is unfortunate that it is one of the lowest rated movies on this list of the movies that we watched, because it was super entertaining.
The cast is like small, but it's not like huge either. There's like maybe 12 people, I will say, but it's very condensed to either being like at the foster home or like at the nursing home, and that's like pretty much it. Like it takes place in just those two spots. Yeah, which I thought it was a very different take on like I would say almost like cult stuff, because for cult stuff it's usually like rituals and stuff like that.
It was pretty culty.
It's like they take this stuff from behind your eye that's supposed to give you like the fountain of youth.
It's called like the nectar.
And then you drink it and it, you know, makes you young, or keeps you young.
It makes you have longevity.
Yeah, even the old guy that he befriended, I forget his name, but
Lou.
Okay, there we go. Him pulling his own teeth out and acting all crazy, and then they're like, we were doing this for your entertainment. This was all a play. Yeah. Like they were all acting crazy.
He
like
says we had to play with our food. I thought that was pretty
brutal. For no reason. They killing people. Like I thought it was good. I thought the whole plot was good. They were like, yeah, we just made up this whole story just for, you know, just to see how you would react.
Because we're just actually psychos. Yeah.
I thought it was good.
No, I thought it was really good too.
My anxiety was high.
Yeah, like they definitely kind of, you know, and then you're watching the end and you're like, well, he's going crazy, but then you have to remember that he has like the nectar from like the other patients, other like nectar patients, so he has like a increased vitality and he's like revitalized, so he's like probably stronger and faster and stuff like that. So, but it was definitely like the last like 10 minutes was definitely just like, yeah, it was pretty like, it was like 80s slasher.
Yeah, I loved it.
He had like he had like a hatchet and a hammer. And
if I can find a picture, I'll send it to Austin and we'll put it right here of what I'm talking about. Okay, very good. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it a lot.
I really enjoyed it.
And at first I was like, oh, this is going to be shit. It's Pete Davidson. But from what I've like heard and seen, he's been doing like a lot better in the film department.
Yeah.
Those movies.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like I would probably watch this movie again way before I watch Weapons again. Everyone loves Weapons, but
I agree. I think this movie is better than Weapon. I think this movie is better than Together. I do.
This movie, I liked it. You know, it's like, would this movie have been the same if it didn't have like the crazy huge explanation at the end? I feel like that's what made it better, because it's like the people are thinking that there's no way that they're gonna like lose, so they're like, we'll just tell this guy our whole story.
Yeah.
You know? But I do like the idea that the foster parents were like raising cattle.
And the dad is in on it. Like, everyone is basically, and like the dad and the mom are like foster parents, and they fostering kids to give to the cult, to the Dia. And
they're like the scouters. They're like, they're like people bringing them in.
And it's like, dude, that's dark.
Yeah, super dark. It was super dark.
So I think it was great. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10, but I would give it like a 9.2. I would give like a 9.2. That's pretty high. Yeah. That's pretty high.
Yeah. What about other movies on this list? What are like the hits and misses from the ones that we watched this year?
I watched Bring Her Back. I watched it this morning on Prime. It is $4.99, so super inexpensive if you want to watch it. I thought this movie was pretty good. I thought it was going to be more so like Pet Sematary vibes, but it's not. So, but also deals with like a cult. So is it, well, basically like a cult. Like witchy chant, exorcism type of thing.
In the very beginning.
Yeah. So is like 2025 like the year for cult movies? Maybe, because I think we've done like a little bit of everything every year, and I feel like this year is very heavy into like witchcraft, voodoo, and cult, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
Bring Her Back. Definitely different than what I expected. Like I said, I thought it was a good movie. I definitely was like on the edge, like on the seat of my chair. Very jarring to see like the little boy, like when he is like possessed
eating
or whatever, eating the table and gnawing on the knife. And
that part. Oh man.
Yeah, but also like this lady, the mom, she's just batshit crazy. She's batshit crazy.
She's wild.
You're keeping your dead daughter in a freezer
and like a fridge, and she's like eating it.
Yeah.
Or like it's like eating her.
Yeah.
To like transfer. Yeah.
It did suck that the brother died. I did not think that was gonna happen.
Part I didn't see coming.
Yeah.
Drowned in the shallow puddle in the driveway. Yeah. Brutal, man.
Yeah. I was like,
some brutal films. I thought
that he was gonna get away, but like, you know, maybe that's where they made it different with this, because in any other movie they're like, oh, the brother would get away, and then he would get custody of the sister, and then they would like move to like upstate New York where no one can afford to live. But I don't know, for some reason why it's always like upstate New York that these people move to.
They have to go to the city.
Yeah. And I thought it was a good movie. My also good friend Anna, she recommended it to me like a while ago. She kept saying how good it was, and I was like, I don't want to watch it. But I texted her today, and I was like, okay, it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and very condensed cast as well.
Yeah, small cast, not too many set pieces, like some kind of doctor's office maybe, and like, or like a hospital and like the house. That's kind of it. That was a good film. It's the same guys that did Talk to Me.
Okay, I can see that.
It's those brothers. They got started on like YouTube. Danny and Michael Philippou, Philippou, something like that. But what are some other bangers?
Austin doesn't think this movie was a banger. I liked Sinners.
Sinners is overrated as fuck.
I liked Sinners. I didn't like the first half of it. I liked the second half.
Yeah, it was like, I think it should have picked one side of the coin. It should have been like some kind of just like vampire movie and just go into the vampire movie, or some kind of like movie about people in the South and how like they're making the juke joint and how they're doing that, and just like make it like that. Like the vampire thing was such a back seat.
It wasn't a back seat.
It was such a back seat, man. It was such a back seat. And the other thing that was really like,
he has to rewatch it again, because there's so many scenes in it where it's not a back seat. I think you're missing like the whole point of like when the brothers, they come down, and I don't know the wife's name, Elijah's wife, I will say. When she's telling him like the same way you get your money is like the same way you're gonna end, like little stuff like that. Like that whole like little you play with blood money, like this is what's gonna happen type of thing. Okay. And then in turn, like their fate ends up in like bad. because they bought the land with blood money. They bought the juke joint, like all that.
Because it was like stolen money or whatever that they got. It was stolen
money, yeah. And even like Preacher Boy being there, you know, his dad said, "Oh, you playing, you know, that devil music? Some devil gonna come after you." All that. And all this happened. So I think what Austin Felsik realizes, because my family is mostly Southern, that's how it like that's how they talk.
No, I
like,
know.
That's how like it is.
It was like a good movie if it was like just that. If it was like the conflict was like just like more like centered and like down to earth, instead of having vampires in it, I probably would have been able to get with it more and be more with the characters and stuff like that.
This movie is called Sinners. Okay.
So
let's dissect it. This movie is called Sinners. Everyone in that building was a sinner. True. Every single. They were all doing shit under the table. Oh. They were all doing stuff they weren't supposed to be doing.
I mean, yeah, and that's like the
so it's almost like the devil coming to get you.
Oh. Okay.
I thought it was good.
Okay. One thing I could not stand about this movie was like the whole thing where he's singing and then it's like. It's a really cool shot. It's like a one-take shot, but it's like going through like the generations of music. I was like, okay.
I didn't really like that part too much.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know. I just did think it's funny how every time someone, what was it? What was the chubby guy's name with the overalls? Damn it. Cornbread.
Cornbread.
Nothing. He's like, come on, you ain't gonna let me in.
Oh, when he's all turned.
Yeah.
And he's all got his jaw ripped off.
They're like, what you been there a long time? What happened to you? And he's like, it didn't happen to me. Like the whole conversation, like the dialogue, the conversations are great. The one thing I did notice is that in this movie, Michael B. Jordan is playing two people. Obviously, he's not really a twin. There's very many scenes in this movie where he is having conversations with
himself,
with his brother Elijah and Elias. They're not having too many conversations with each other. And I don't know if that's maybe because they couldn't figure out how to have that happen. I think like in the first 10, 20 minutes I was watching it, they don't talk to each other. There's no dialogue really between one another unless it's one person off scene. And then they have like a small conversation before they split, they hug, and they go. Everything else, most of this movie, they are not together.
Okay.
They're not next to each other. There are a lot of individual scenes where it's just Michael B. Jordan playing the other twin. Yeah. So I will say that, also someone up on TikTok brought a very valid point that Lindsay Lohan in like 1990, 2 or 3 was doing Parent Trap, where she played twins. And there was constant conversations with herself, constant dialogue. She was in the scenes every time with her. So it's like, if you can't execute a proper movie of like it being the same person but as twins, make them fraternal. Right? Don't make it be the same person. Make it fraternal. Have it be a girl and a guy twin. You know, like whatever. Don't put them in a movie to be the same person as twins, and then there's barely any conversation between them, when one of them is dead. You know, that was my only gripe about it.
Okay. Other bangers. 2025 horror movie bangers that we've seen?
I don't know. What about you? Which one out of these are bangers for you?
The bangers are The Home, Final Destination Bloodlines, Bring Her Back, and probably... I enjoyed The Monkey. The Monkey is real mixed because it's like kind of like soulless, people call it, and it doesn't have a lot to it. But I just thought it was like an entertaining, funny, people dying in wacky ways movie. So I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. Sinners, I think, is super overrated. I think that there's a lot more things that it could have done better if it kind of stuck to one side maybe more. But I also thought Weapons was super overrated. But now people in the comments are probably going to say, you just don't understand it. You just don't understand it.
No, I think Weapons is overrated.
No, it's overrated. It's overrated. Together, it was good. That's kind of a culty movie. There's a lot of culty things going on this year. So, but what are like some of the major duds we watched?
To be honest, I don't think any of these were like complete duds. They all at some point were super entertaining. I think the only if I had to pick one dud out of all these movies, I would probably say Wolfman.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was enjoyable for me to watch. Yeah. And everyone has their preference on what a movie can do for them. And for me, mine is like high anxiety. If I cannot watch a movie for 3 or 4 scenes at the first time, because obviously we do this podcast, so at some point I have to watch those scenes. But if it's the first time I'm watching it and I can't watch that scene, it's like, okay, this is intense. I like it because it's triggering a part in my brain that is saying, hey, this is fucking crazy, or this is fucking weird, don't watch it. And I like that. If I can just, and Austin, he can just watch these movies, so something's just wrong with you.
Yeah, I don't know. It takes, I don't know if this is like a brag, but it takes a lot for me to kind of cringe, I guess, at something in a movie. But But I would say, yeah, the only one really was a dud was Wolfman. Weapons, I don't think it was a complete dud. I just think that... I wouldn't call it a dud.
What? Weapons?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying it. I didn't say it was a dud. I don't think it's a complete dud. I just think that people on the internet are so easily influenced. Be influenced to us, please. And when, one person says, oh, this movie is really good, it's going to be the best movie of the year, we kind of run with it and go. Because that notion has already been made for us,
Or because of like something as like new and unique.
Yeah.
And not like derivative and not like very similar to something else. I think people are immediately like, that makes it good.
Yeah, and I feel like me and him had this conversation about Weapons in particular, like, oh, like, she just left the kids in the basement, nothing happened with the kids. But then it's like, when you think about it, the kids were made to be weapons and in turn were used against her type of thing. So there was a purpose and a reason for them. I kind of can see that and understand it. Yeah. But I just wish they weren't kept in a basement for, like, days. I think it was days. I wish there was... that story had evolved into something else.
Yeah, I read one thing online that when they're like the school people or the therapist guy, he's like, oh, what's wrong with the parents? Oh, and then Dennis is like, oh, consumption. They have consumption, So yeah, it sounds like she was like using them for some kind of ritual thing to like consume their essence. So I'm like, okay, sure, that makes sense. And that's probably why at the very end she did have like extra energy and she's like running from the children and things like that.
Yeah.
Which is cool and fun and great, but underwhelming. But yeah, I don't know if there's like a major dud. The movies on this list that we watched this year that I did not enjoy very much was 28 Years Later, Wolfman, Weapons, Sinners, things like that. Like, are they good films? Sure. Are they like decent? Yeah. I feel like 28 Years Later, maybe if I on a rewatch or watch all 3 of them again and then, make a new opinion about it. But I just thought it was underwhelming and it was like 2 different films, just like 3 different films almost. It's like the first part of the movie, the middle part, and the end part.
Yeah.
But, do you have any other thoughts about movies we watched this year?
I don't think so. I think they're all pretty good. They're all okay. Next week, The Conjuring is coming out. Conjuring Last Rites.
Last Rites.
Is coming out. We have been watching The Conjuring, The Nun, Annabelle. We're on La Llorona.
Curse of La Llorona. Yeah, I didn't know it was even part of that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And I've never seen it. I don't think you've seen it. So we're going to be watching it for the first time. And if Austin can get this video out on time, which...
I can.
He's got plenty of time. He's off tomorrow. Tomorrow's Labor Day. We are actually going to go see it the day it comes out, next Friday, September 5th. And we are going to film a podcast same day. So that is going to be fun and interesting. And I think we should film predictions. I think that'd be fun. We should film This Is Us Before, This Is Us After. Okay. That'd be fun. So I think 2025 so far has been somewhat of a banger for horror movies, I would say. And they keep pushing them out. I feel like every month almost there's been a release of a horror movie, if not 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 10 and yeah.
There's 10 these are just the ones that we watched. There's a lot of other ones too.
And we're 9 months into the year basically. So yeah, basically almost 1 a month. That's not bad.
8 months in.
Today is the last day. And it's 2:15.
Okay.
You're a hater.
There's a few movies that I watched on my own that I just threw on. They're on streaming or they're like Netflix movies or anything like that. But I watched Fear Street Prom Queen with a Rotten Tomato score, critic score 26%, audience score 24% accurate. Hard Eyes, slasher movie about a guy who kills people on Valentine's Day or kills couples. Critic score 78%, audience score 76%. I'll give that one an accurate. Clown in a Cornfield, which I thought was actually a pretty good slasher movie. 73% critic score, 58% audience score. Yeah. I'll probably give it like right in the middle, like that 6 something out of 10. You know, pretty obvious twist, you know, but good slasher movie, good kills. The Woman in the Yard, critic score 41%, audience score 46%. I'm gonna give that one an accurate. Didn't like that movie. Is it about manifestation of traumas and anxieties, or is it like a true supernatural movie? Really, I mean, it was like the person battling her inner traumas and things like that. So it was interesting, but I don't know, just not that great execution. Until Dawn, critics score 52%, audience score 67%. Yeah, nothing to do with the games. Weird, interesting premise. People exploding in bathrooms. Kind of funny. A movie that I actually really enjoyed, Dangerous Animals, that we talked about on a previous episode. Critics score 86%, audience score 74%. So, the ones that I just watched, the recommendations are definitely Dangerous Animals and probably Hard Eyes. The other ones, if you see them on, if you scroll by them, if it's like a background movie, sure, throw it on. But of those ones, the top ones would be Dangerous Animals, Hard Eyes. All right, real fast, we're just going to go through some movies that are coming out in the next coming months in the year 2025. The Strangers Chapter 2 and a movie called Him are coming out in September.
I'm excited for Him.
Him looks really awesome. It's Alex Garland.
It looks also very culty.
It looks
also pretty culty.
It looks culty.
Yeah.
A movie called Traumatica coming out in September that I'm probably actually going to watch. Black Phone 2 is coming out this year. A movie directed by a guy named Chris Stuckman, who's like started on like YouTube as like a movie review guy. He's directing a movie called Shelby Oaks, which seems really, really interesting. So I'm really excited for that one. And one of the last movies coming out this year in December, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Actually really excited for that one as well.
That's what he plays the Five Nights at Freddy's video games.
Hey, those games are scary, man.
I don't play those.
Those games are spooky.
I didn't play it.
No?
I didn't play it. No, thank you.
All right, so we're going to end with our question of the day. What is the scariest vehicle for a horror movie, i.e. a slasher, a supernatural, ghost movie, D-word, culty?
Like a vehicle? Like if a vehicle was like there?
No, like the
a
scariest way to like the scariest like subgenre of horror movie. Like slasher flick, ghost movie, possession.
Okay, I would probably say...
Like, what's, like, the scariest type of horror movie?
I'd probably say Possession, for me.
Possession movies, yeah?
Yeah, because it's like, if something inhibits your body, how do you have control over yourself? Horror, you can try to run. Like supernatural, I would put that with...
The Possession?
Yeah. Ghost movie, I would probably kind of put that with Possession as well. So, I would probably say overall Possession movie. How do you battle something like that when it's internal?
Because sometimes, you like can't get away from it.
Yeah.
Some of those movies have pretty bleak endings too.
Yeah.
So
that's what I would say.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This guy.
All right. I think that's gonna wrap it up for us here at the Nerd Lounge 2.0. My name is Austin. This is my beautiful, amazing, perfect wife, Ray. We are your friendly neighborhood movie review watch couple, movies and shows. And if you like what you've seen, go ahead and hit the subscribe button on YouTube, hit the follow button on TikTok and Instagram, and go ahead and let us know what movies we should talk about next on the podcast. And as always, stay nerdy.